All right, so we're live on Facebook. Welcome everyone to the ABCD show. Amrita, you can broadcast also now.
Yes, I broadcasted. Hello, everyone. I'm also going to share it on Facebook now.
Sheetal, you can show us your beautiful face now, no worries. Yeah, let me also try sharing from the Facebook. Let's see who all are there on Facebook as well. Anu is there. Hi, Anu. Anu's on Facebook. And we got a lot of participants already entering the Zoom meeting. Anu is there. Hi, Anu. Anu's on Facebook.
Hi, everyone. Start writing in the chat. Tell us who you are. Do we have any familiar names coming back? Hi, Kiran.
Bharti's on Facebook. Hi, Bharti. How are you doing? Nice to have you back again. Hi, Manisha. Yes, Anu, we also love it when you come back to us again and again.
Hi, Bharti. Hi, Hina.
Sonia. Hi, Sonia.
Thank you so much, Kiran. That is so heartening to hear something like that. Hi, Bindu. Hi, Veena. So for the ones who are coming first time, write in the chat and tell us how you heard about us. Do we have anyone over here who's attended our eduthon?
When Meenal is here. Hi, Meenal. She's on Facebook. Kiran has attended. Okay. Now soon we're coming up with eduthon special ed. So we're all geared up for that, working towards that. So hope you all will enroll for that as well.
And it's not only for teachers who are into special education, it's for all teachers.
Basically to have an inclusive classroom. Let's work towards that.
And that's part of NEP now too. Thanks, Kiran. Really nice to know that you learned a lot over there. You're implementing it in your class. We'll wait for a few minutes more.
Yes. But Amrita, it's already 4. We should not make them wait. All those who are on time, let's value their time as well. Let's just start.
Let me share and
yes.
I'm Amrita Rajpal. I'm an early years specialist. I've been teaching for 22 years, but I've been learning my whole life. And that's why I have a company named Edu Learn Grow. I'm passionate about creating learning environments that are engaging, meaningful, and fun for children. I'm also a sports nutritionist, an avid traveler, an active Rotarian. I'm the territory head for the Early Childhood Association Mumbai. I'm the founder of EduLearn Grow and the co-founder of the ABCD show.
Hi, I'm Bela Kutwani, also known as Big B. Big for the size of my heart and B for Bela. A fun loving person with a great sense of humor and a passionate pickleball player. National Core Committee member of Early Childhood Association, founder and principal Cosmic Kids International, co-founder Puppet Maestros and the ABCD show, an educationist and a puppeteer who helps teachers to make learning fun for children by using puppets as a tool for teaching. My vision is to help parents and teachers raise emotionally intelligent children.
Welcome to season 2 of the ABCD show. First of all, we'd like to thank all our viewers for viewing our show, for being so committed to your own learning, and for showing us all your love. We are all geared up to get you the best educators to enhance your skills and to take your knowledge to new heights.
We have some really exciting basket of offerings. We have our ABCD shows where we will call experts to talk about their best practices. We will introduce you to some really value for money and effective products and services. And we have some incredible courses that will help you gain mastery in the subject.
Season 2 has a different format. We will have Ask Amrita and Bela on alternate Wednesdays, where you will ask us your questions on child development and we will revert. And on the other 2 Wednesdays, we will have ABCD shows with speakers or we'll showcase new products or new ideas and innovations.
So, parents and teachers, email us your questions on topics relating to early childhood development, education, and rearing on the ABCD show 6 at gmail.com. And we will be back with the answers on Facebook Live. Waiting to see you soon.
Okay. So, hello everyone, and welcome again to another episode of Ask Amrita and Bela on Child Development and the ABCD show. I hope all of you are watching all our episodes and also sending in your questions. And today, our guest today is Sheetal Kapoor. So, Sheetal has 28 years of experience in the field of education. She is the principal of Witty Kids International School, Borivali, and she's also the head of training, curriculum, and counseling for the Witty group of schools. She's a certified international career counselor. She's a lecturer. She's a teacher trainer, and she's trained teachers pan-India as well as internationally. She's a pioneer in structured age and skill-appropriate curriculum for preschool children, and she's helped set up many preschools in India. So Sheetal and I go a long way back. I think we must have worked how many years back together, Sheetal?
Almost 20.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe more than that also,
More than
I guess.
that.
Really. So, both of us have been, we hope we don't look like dinosaurs, but we've been here forever. Right. So superb. It's lovely to have you on our show, Sheetal.
Yes,
Thank
welcome Sheetal and happy to have you aboard.
Thank you. Thank you, Amrita. Thank you, Bela, for such a warm welcome. And honestly speaking, I didn't realize the eclectic basket that y'all had to offer in the ABCD show. That's really amazing. And I hope all the educators who've joined us are making complete use of whatever y'all have to offer. That's really nice.
Thank you.
Thank
Yes.
you.
And of course, I have myself been privy to some of the puppet shows that Bela has conducted. And as an adult, I have been floored by them. So I can imagine how children might be feeling. Great, Bella.
Thank
Great.
you, Sheetal.
Happy to be here. Yes.
So we are so happy to have you here.
Same here.
And now we're getting on to the topic. And I think circle time is something which every teacher uses, and we want you to talk about why is this circle time so important? How do we do it? So can you elaborate?
Of course, Amrita, thanks for asking. So, given the times that we are in, the I will not call them difficult times. They are different times that we are in, where education is otherwise such a high touch environment, high touch as in even emotionally, even socially. And now we have this barrier over here in front of us between us and the children. But then, as teachers, does that stop us from being teachers? It doesn't stop us from being teachers. So, I want to start with this lovely poem that I found somewhere, which I want to begin with that. It says, I will teach you in a room. I will teach you now on Zoom. So true. I will teach you in your house. I will teach you with a mouse. I will teach you here and there. I will teach you because I care. So just do your very best and don't worry about the rest. So it is so, I think it just describes a teacher's sentiment so beautifully. So circle time, yes, a very, very important component of the classroom environment, which all of us use, and which is, of course, right there for our children to be able to interact with. It does hold a lot of importance, and we always talk about engaging each and every child, focusing on all the students, encouraging a response from all. This is what a learning environment is, what we envisage as educators when we talk about teaching. But now we are faced with the challenge, right? Where we are seeing our children across the other side of the screen. So we need to balance the emotions of the children, the teaching time, making it interesting, because learning has to be interesting. Learning will happen only if you are engaged, right? And circle time engages everybody because you're right across each other. You're sitting in a circle, as the term goes, you're sitting in a circle, you're facing each other, and you are also interacting with each other. But now, overnight, everything changes. So we are just plunged into this entire, this technology which we had to adapt. And now we start thinking, what happens to circle time? What happens to interaction? How do we get children to interact with each other? How do we get them to engage with each other? How do we get on to, getting the concept right across to the child who's there? Because teachers are very expressive. We use our hands, we use our face, we use everything. We are very expressive. And the energy of the children makes us more expressive. But ab pata nahi energy kahan hai. So we have to be so self-motivated and self-expressive, hoping that children get that emotion from us. Right? So therefore, circle time is very important, and we've tried our level best to, as we said, that I will teach you with a mouse, I will teach you in your house, but I will teach you. Come what may, I will cross all oceans and I'll come right there and teach you, and see to it that if you cannot come into my circle, I'll come into your square.
Right.
So
that shows how passionate the teachers are.
Absolutely. Hats off to the teaching community. Right. I might be biased because we belong to the community, but I think if we are talking about the medical professional being the frontline workers, I think teachers are as much the frontline workers as well, for the simple reason that we are able to retain some sanity for the children.
True.
Correct. And how much we've adapted.
And how.
Overnight adaptation.
And how. Correct.
But Sheetal, can you share with the audience that how do you plan an effective circle time?
Right. So as I said, that if you cannot come into my circle for circle time, I come into your square. because now circle time has somehow become square time. We've got these little boxes
Windows.
right there. Okay, so teacher, either if she's using her mobile, so at a time she's able to see 4 or 6 boxes, and if she is using a laptop or a screen, probably she can see 24 boxes. So you've got these little boxes where children would otherwise be there, right there in front of the children. So, therefore, peer interaction has been restricted. Social emotional connect has got really restricted. And there is a social emotional disconnect. And I see that every single day because when I look at my children on screen, when I say, I have this habit of saying my children, though I personally have 2 children, but vicariously I've got thousands of them. So when I look at my children right there in the boxes, some of them are trying to be attentive and some of them are sitting there, but they've wandered off. They are looking at other children, but there is no emotional connect. Because for a peer connect to happen, for an emotional connect to happen, there is no scope, supposedly. Because there is no scope, they're not sitting in front of each other, but they can see each other, cannot talk to each other, right? Which otherwise, if you go back to a classroom environment, they're right there squabbling, sharing little secrets among each other. There is a click within a click, and then there is a very tight knit circle in their immediate and in the periphery. So there is social anxiety also. There is a social disconnect, there is social anxiety, and again, energy is something that gets transmitted from each other. Not only is the child drawing energy from us as teachers, but they're also drawing energy from the entire circle of friends. Now, that energy, there is a disconnect in that energy, in that social emotional energy that is being transmitted. At times, we do feel that the child is wanting to talk, but doesn't know they and they're too little to read the names down there. I can read the names that okay, there is Sheetal Kapoor, there is Amrita, there is Bela. I can address you. Yes, hello Amrita, good to see you. Hello Bela, good to see you. But the children, even if they want to talk to their friends, they cannot. So one thing that we encourage the parent and even the teachers, that we encourage the teachers and the parents is to sight reading. There's something known as sight reading. So we encourage the teachers and the parent to read every name over there so that the child knows and that okay, if I look at that, and slowly over a period of time they get to at least know the names of their friends, that this is the class that I belong to, junior kga, these are my 24 or 30 friends and all of them have a name. So slowly we realize that they strain because they are reading something, and it is sight reading, it's not phonic reading. They do not understand that the letters together are forming a word, because at junior kg level they're just able to make out the letters. So slowly they get into the sight reading and they are able to then read every name. So not again, not phonically, but sight reading. And we also encourage the parent to do that. So sometimes we do encourage that, okay, wave out to your friend, blow a kiss to your friend. Wow, what a great answer your friend has given. So either show a thumbs up or clap, because it's all about a social interaction, emotional connect, and appreciation from each other. Children seek appreciation, they seek validation, that have I given the right answer. Then they will look around, who has given what kind of a reaction. So has somebody given me a heart, has somebody given me a clap icon, has somebody given me a thumbs up icon, what is the reaction. And we can actually see the children scanning all those squares over there to see what is the reaction that my friends are throwing at me. So, to begin with, how do we plan it? The first thing that we do is to have the children able to identify that each one of my friend has a name and slowly associate the name to the face. So that is how the introduction kind of a thing, which does take more than a month now, where it would have taken a week in a physical setup. Now it takes more than a month, because the name to the face, and then the squares keep on changing, right? Today,
Yes.
Amrita was sitting right next to me. Tomorrow, I'm searching for her. Where did Amrita go? Okay, she's right at the bottom of my screen. So it takes that much longer for the child to be able to make those kind of connections. And sometimes I'm unable to see, okay, Bella was right there. Now, where did she go? So by the time I can locate my other friends, and maybe she's on the other screen. So therefore, it takes longer, but we keep on reiterating the names and throwing the children in spotlight, especially if uh, when the child is giving an answer or showing something, we put the spotlight right over there so that all the children can focus on that particular child. So that is how we go about planning for circle time, so that it I know we cannot replicate the physical environment, and we do not want to, because we don't want this, as we keep on saying that this is the new normal, but we don't want this to be a normal, right?
And we don't want to spread this pandemic any
Correct.
more than it has to.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
pandemic and panic, both the things we
And
don't want.
both. Correct. Correct.
Yeah, so that is that.
So actually, you so nicely brought out this whole emotional and social connection, which would have been there in a physical setup. But I love the way you put out that, you read those little names and you learn to sight read them. So at least you realize that these children are in your class and you have drawn that connection. So that was really beautiful. I think that is something which everyone can take home today.
And even the
Now
appreciation,
that,
I would say, Amrita, appreciating the
yes,
other friend, give a thumbs up. I think that's also a very
yeah,
good idea.
looking for, the appreciation also, that the heart and the thumbs up and everything, also giving it. Yes. So that was taken so well care of. But how do we create this environment, just like you so nicely put, in the square, not in the circle? So how do we create the environment in the square, in the virtual?
Yeah, since the shape of you and me has changed, right?
Yeah, that has also changed. True. Now we
Correct.
are all little bigger and rounder. Also, we are the circles.
Correct. So, circle time, if we look at a traditional circle time, which even Jenny mostly has spoken so much about a traditional circle time, that we need to sit in a circle, we need to see that children are facing each other, the teachers are facing each other, so that we can, have the connect between the children. And supposing we feel that, okay, the children have invariably wandered somewhere, or they've not grasped the concept, one teacher sitting across the other teacher can give certain signals, and we can have the children back in action, right? Now, when we talk about this, I don't know whether to call it a circle time or to call it a square time. I really don't know, because there's a lot of dichotomy in my mind also, that where is the circle? Okay, if I'm telling children, come on, it is circle time, and then I'm going to show them that this is a circle, this is a circle, and then the children are wondering, if circle is round, then why is teacher calling this circle time? So I don't want that dichotomy happening in the minds of the children also, because conceptually we are going wrong, right? So though the essence remains the same, the sentiment remains the same, but very delicately we remove the term circle out of it. We don't give the shape any name at the moment. We remove that term out of it, but we still need the engagements. Having said that, we still need the engagements. As I said, that the sentiment still remains the same. It's just a matter of terminologies, but the sentiment, the learning, the environment still needs to be retained. So, and especially now, and especially because the child feels that children are very egocentric. So when we are all sitting together in a classroom environment, we are all sitting at the level of the eye, sitting on the floor in a nice little circle. So the child feels that each child feels that the teacher is looking only at me, right? Because they're egocentric. अब क्या हो रहा है now? The teacher also, poor thing, she's scrolling and seeing which student is where. So that is the art which I always tell the children, that we need to address each and every child. We might throw the question at a particular child, but at the same time we need to address each and every child, so that at no point the child feels neglected. ईगो भी तो बहुत बड़ा होता है बच्चों का, बिकॉज दे egocentric. Okay, they have this entire ego right there, that oh, the teacher didn't look at me, so I'm very upset now, or the teacher did not talk to me, so I'm not going to listen to the teacher. Do we want that happening? We obviously don't want that happening, because we treasure each and every little being that is there, who is sitting, especially for me. So, and at this point, this is all that I want to do as a teacher, that the child is sitting there for me. He's come, he or she has come so that he can listen to me. So it is only fair that I be there for my child. So there are 24 children, 30 children, but I need to have those 24, 30 eyes. I need to have those 24, 30 mindsets, individual mindsets, to be able to not only throw a particular question at a particular child, but make it inclusive, right? So I'll give you an example. So I'm going to ask, okay, Amrita, can you tell me what is the color of the yummy strawberry that you had today? Everybody is going to listen very carefully to Amrita.
Red.
Absolutely. Come on, everybody. Are we going to give her a thumbs up? Yes. Superb answer. So, while I throw the question at you, I'm going to encourage each of those children that listen very carefully to what Amrita is saying. So all my children know that what are they supposed to do. Teachers ask the question only to me or that one child, but the rest of them have to listen. What do we have to do? We have to listen, and plus we have to appreciate my friend who gave such a brilliant answer. So that is what when I say that, throw the question at a particular person, but make it inclusive to all of them. So all children feel that, yes, the teacher is looking at all of me. She's looking at me, she's looking at my friend, and she knows that I'm going to give the perfect response to my friend. So that is something that is there. Circle time is all about connections.
Very true.
When you're emotionally and socially connected, conceptual connections will happen. They won't go anywhere. But the first is the emotional social well-being. I cannot impress enough how important it is in the classroom environment. So that is extremely important. Sorry. Listen, I'm in a webinar. I will not be able to take any calls.
Yeah, sorry, ma'am.
Sorry.
No worries.
This is all about schooling, right?
Right.
Also, creating a homeschool connect. If the child is with us only for half an hour, 45 minutes, max to max an hour, right? So what happens after that? So creating a homeschool connect. So now I've asked Amrita a question, that can you tell me something red and yummy that you had? And Amrita came up with strawberry. So now what are we going to do after class? Let's not call it homework, because everything is homework. क्योंकि घर बैठ के कर रहे हैं, everything is homework.
Right.
So let's not call it homework. So after class, what I want you all to do is, you all are going to draw a red color object in your book. You all can draw, you all can cut, or tomorrow you all can show me also. So this is what you're going to do after class. If you want, you can tell your mom or dad to help. So creating a homeschool connect is very, very important, so that children are, it's not learning in isolation. Because if the child was with us for 2-3 hours or whatever, we would have given that much more experiences, right? Red, a strawberry is red, a cherry is red, and at times apple is also red, though we've got other, apple does have other colors as well, but at times it is red as well. Now, since we are not having that, we need to create a homeschool connect so that the child is not learning in isolation. Another way of homeschool connect, which our children really enjoy, is a treasure hunt. So today, Bela and Amrita, I have only 2 children today, unfortunately, but it's okay. So my
They're your
entire
star
family-
students.
So the other children I can't see today, so never mind. Now I don't know how to see my other children. Okay, I will shift to gallery view. Okay, I can still see only 2 of my students today. So today teacher is going to turn into Queen of Sheba, and I have a little crown which I'm going to wear. Sorry, I didn't get my crown. So imagine that I'm wearing a crown. That's my mask which has turned into a crown. So I'm the Queen of Sheba. And since I'm the queen, you're going to make me feel very happy by doing what I tell you to do, right? Can I see a thumbs up if you've understood what I've told you? Thank you. So now Queen of Sheba is going to count till 10 and you are going to get something in red for her. So shall I begin? 1,
Red, have to go and
2,
get it. Let me find
3,
something red.
superb. 4, 5. We are going to wait for all our friends, okay? 5, excellent, Bela, excellent, Amrita. But we have to wait for all our friends, right? 6, 7, 8, 9. All my children have something in red. Brilliant. 10. So inclusion, homeschool connect, encouraging children to wait for all their friends. Patience is a
Very
virtue.
important, huh? Very important to do that bit.
Very, very important. क्योंकि patience नाम की तो चीज है नहीं. If I want it now, I want it now. I want it as of yesterday. Don't tell me to wait. So if I have promised you that I'm going to count till 10, even if you've got something, I have to still wait for my other friend. So I'll keep my promise. I will count till 10. Very good, you got it immediately. Brilliant. I'm going to appreciate you for that. However, I'm also going to wait for my friends to get what I have, the instructions that I've given you. My friends are going to wait for me. So that is very important. Learning to care for each other, learning to be patient. So these are the things that we need to take care of. Also, there are certain other things that we again homeschool connect. क्योंकि घर में बैठे हैं, lockdown है, so what do we do? But I want to do a recap of shapes as well. So on the previous day, I might tell the parent that, okay, tomorrow we are going to do a very interesting activity. So see to it that you have 5 to 8 toothpicks or matchsticks with you. Sometimes matchsticks might not work because of the head of the matchstick, which is not, very conducive. So I prefer toothpick. I've got toothpicks over there. Or ice cream sticks. Best is ice cream sticks, but if you cannot manage ice cream sticks, toothpick will also do. So now next day, current class is happening. Okay. So I'm going to pose a riddle. So I am thinking of a shape which has 4 equal sides. Now let me see you make that shape using the toothpick or the matchstick or the ice cream stick that you have. I'm going to count till 5. And then all of you all are going to show me the shape. So tell your mamas to put the camera focus on the shape. So now what is the shape? First of all, we need to understand what the shape is. So it's a square, right? And how am I going to make that square? And little technology where the mama has to focus. And then I will be counting slowly till 5. Get the focus on the camera, and brilliant. All of you all have made a shape with 4 sides. Now I'm going to unmute whoever, Okay, so I'm going to unmute Bella. Bella, can you tell me what is the shape you made?
Mine is a rectangle.
Rectangle. Okay, you did use 4 sides. Brilliant. But are they equal sides?
No.
Yeah, so rectangle also has 4 sides. Excellent, Bella. Now, do you
Thank
want to
you.
make all your sides equal and see what shape you got?
This is a square.
Superb, Bella. So Bella has taught us a new shape with 4 sides. It's a rectangle. The only difference is that rectangle has only 2 equal sides. Square has 4 equal sides. So incidental learning. Incidental learning comes right in there while we are talking about the homeschool connect and about the circle time and how to make it more cohesive and as close to a real classroom experience.
Very nice.
Beautiful activity, Sheetal, I must
I
say.
think you got this whole concrete, even in the virtual world, you brought the concrete learning in. And I think that is what is so important, because those steps of learning always start with the concrete at this age. So even though it's a virtual world and you got concrete learning inside, and that speaks a lot.
Correct.
Yeah, but my only worry is, even the parents actually worry nowadays, even some teachers, is how to build the social emotional skills in the school, so in virtual classroom, which is the main concern of parents and teachers. So can you share some tips and ideas about that as well?
Yes. So, yeah, the social emotional disconnect, which would otherwise be fantastic in a real time classroom environment with the circle time, there is a concern over here. So now let's solve this problem. How do we go around solving this problem? So as I mentioned, even in my previous instances, appreciating each other is very, very important. We need to lavishly appreciate each other. As I always say, that love and appreciation is free. Just give it away.
Give it to everybody.
Don't hold on to it. Give it away in lavish doses, in umpteen quantity. The more you give, the more it comes back to you. Right? So give away appreciation, give away the feeling of, make children feel loved. One thing that what happens is when we are on an online platform, we get very conscious, and I don't blame the teachers. Just the other day, I was telling a parent where the parent was a little upset about XYZ. Parents are generally upset because of the environment. I was telling the parent, it is, buy one, get one free. For the fees of one, we are teaching the child and the parent. The parent is right there. Correct. Now, the appreciation has to come even from the parent. Now, what's happening with the parent is that they are getting too regimental in the learning environment. Why my child is not answering? Why is she taking so long? Look at the other children. They have finished writing or they have finished drawing, and look at you. So they are unable to accept the fact that every child has his or her own pace. Allow that child the pace. No, why are we in a hurry? Allow the child the pace. So appreciation, we sometimes I feel that we also need to teach parents how to appreciate their own child. So
But now they can see all, they're comparing the children, who's doing first, who's
correct.
doing second.
So it's not very fair on the child.
And it's not a healthy environment like
Not
this
a
if you
healthy.
compare.
So first, the parent has to appreciate and give that unconditional love. That okay, how does it matter if you made the circle or drew it first or drew it last, or you took some more time? How does it matter? It really doesn't matter. So first, we have to educate the
Parents. True.
parent sitting right there next to the child that it's fine, no problem. The child, every child has his or her own specific timeline, his or her own strengths, and every child will blossom. Have the patience, समय दो बच्चे को. It's okay. It's not easy for the child also to be sitting in front of an inanimate object. The teacher is over there. The child cannot touch anything. Allow the child, even the child, to wrap his head around the entire situation. Na? Give him also that that leeway of being able to wrap their mind around this situation and to adapt and absorb. सिर्फ absorption पे तो नहीं होता ना, they have to assimilate the entire scenario. So it is very, very important to create that entire learning environment. It is a 180-degree perspective. Here we are trying to create the learning environment for the student, for the child, and also creating a conducive learning environment from the parental perspective. Everything will happen in due course of time. Don't get hassled, because as I said, that energies and emotions, they percolate. Whatever the child feels, whatever the parent feels, because the child is going to look towards the parent for validation. कि मैं सही कर रहा हूँ कि गलत कर रहा हूँ. The child is going to look at the parent for the expression, and children are very perceptive. So the emotional strength has to come from the parent before it comes from the screen. It has to first come from the parent, because that is a more real environment out there. So that is something very, very important. And I reiterate that, remember, only the platform has changed. At the end of the day, the sentiment is the same. The child is learning, the teacher is teaching, and there are friends. They're all there. You might not be able to meet them personally or whatever, but they are there. Little interaction between the children also we try and we encourage, where we want one child to pose the question or a riddle, and the other children think, and they it's then the teacher at that point in time takes a back seat, and she is merely the facilitator. So we try doing that, though it's not that easy, because there is a limitation of time. And plus, if it is such a free-flowing environment where the child is asking question and the children are responding, they go off track. This, because they are interacting. After all, they're children. They are interacting, and then they go off track, and then we need to again get the entire environment into the funnel, and then again get onto the, and at that point to go back to formal teaching becomes again a little challenging, because now children are in their own zone, right? Because they're interacting, and then they are enjoying themselves, throwing questions at each other. That also needs to be taken care of in a very mindful manner. So
actually, you said this very interesting thing about one child is asked the question and everyone answers over there. And then there is chaos because everyone wants to participate.
Correct.
And we've seen this in class also all the time, na? That the teacher's asking one question, everyone's answering. But now somewhere I think in the physical space, it's easier for the teacher to control the child or have some sort of control over the situation.
Correct.
Over here, there's this whole screen in between, and if I tell you, Sheetal, sit down, and Sheetal doesn't want to sit down. There is nothing that the teacher can do about it.
No, you can't even give me time out.
I can't even time out also. Yeah, I can't do anything. So really, so how does a teacher handle this sort of situation, to get everyone back together and, create that conducive environment and make it more, instructions don't seem like screaming at the child or shouting or making it, not that I cannot control the situation.
Correct. So discipline is extremely important, because it might sound very dichotomous, but discipline shows I care. If I didn't care, I wouldn't be disciplining you, right? If I didn't care for you, I wouldn't be bothered whether you're listening to me, whether you're sleeping, whether you're slouching or whatever. I wouldn't be bothered, because I care for you, therefore I'm disciplining you, right? So discipline is an invariable show of love and care, whether we like it or we don't like it. That is the underlying message behind disciplining. That look, I care how you're sitting. Look, I care that you should be, I should be able to listen to you and you should be able to listen to me. So therefore, there are certain rules that the standard class rules that I'm going to be following. So making rules as rules makes it very regimental. Making rules conversational is something that will, positive enrollment. When we talk about behavior modification and we talk about positive reinforcement, so positive enrollment is also very important. And the buy-in of the children towards the rules that I want to make it very clear, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm selling you rules. You will buy those rules only if you're convinced. If you're not convinced, you will not buy the rules, correct? So that is also very important. So instead of saying that, okay, I want everybody to log in on time, class में time पे आना चाहिए ना, even in a physical setup you come on time, right? If you
That's
don't
true.
come on time, you're going to miss out on something very interesting that the teacher would have told you. So how do we do this? I'm so happy to see all my children are here on time. So instead of saying that come on time, express that why coming on time is important, because it makes me very happy to see all my children right here in class, on time. I feel very, very thirsty while I'm talking, but I know even you all feel very thirsty, so it's a good idea to have water with you. But don't eat during class, because then you'll get distracted, right? You will not be able to listen to what I'm saying. So I finish eating before class or I eat after class. So what are we going to do? We are all going to tell mamas to give us whatever we need to eat, the lunch or the breakfast before class or a snack after class. But during class, can we eat? No. If we eat, we will not be able to listen to what teacher is saying. I'll be so engrossed in eating, right? And then teacher will wonder that why are you not listening to me? So thank you for not eating in class. I have established another rule. I love to see all my children giving me a smile. So, but if you keep your video off, will I be able to see you? I will not be able to see you. So, I want to see all my smiling babies. So, please keep your video on. Now, if you keep yourself on I will not be able to listen to what you're saying. So, keep yourself on mute. And when I call out a name, I want you to unmute yourself so that I can be attentive to what you're saying. So the rules have to come across as something that's going to benefit you, right? Because if the child is the nucleus of the conversation, as I said, remember egocentrism, they're very egocentric. So when the child knows that all this is because the teacher loves me so much, she wants to see me, she wants to listen to what I'm going to be saying, and she wants me to come to class on time so that I'm there all the time with her. So who, in the child's mind, who's the beneficiary? The child.
The child.
If the child is the beneficiary, obviously he or she is going to be able to buy the rules, right? Because they're for me, they're my personal rules, and it applies to everybody as well. But as far as I'm concerned, it's all mine. So if you like what I'm saying, are you going to show me a thumbs up? Yes. And if you're happy, will you show me a dancing thumbs up? Thank you. And we can do that even for our friends. If you like what your friend is saying, want to show a thumbs up. And if you find it absolutely wonderful, show her a dancing thumbs up.
How cute is that?
I love the dancing thumbs up.
I love it. It's so sweet.
Little
Really.
kinesthetics is also required.
Yeah.
Otherwise, बच्चे bore हो जाते हैं. Little
Yeah,
kinesthetics.
but it's also that whole appreciation, acknowledgement, and fun. All those elements are woven in.
Yes.
Yeah.
If it's not
And
there, the child will never come next year back to class again.
no,
It's
no,
better
no,
we
no.
make it very interactive
Yeah,
and
we want
fun
them
for
to
the
come back
child.
to us, no? We want them to look forward. And I forgot to share one very important rule. If there is a secret that you want to share with me, what you're going to do is you're going to stay back after class and sit and chat with me.
That's lovely.
So, children want to talk to teachers. They want to share. It could be something as inane as, teacher, in the morning, mama made pav bhaji for me. It could be something as simple as that. But they want to feel that connect. They want to have a personal, some children want to have a personal chat with their teachers. So we need to give them that kind of a platform or an environment that don't worry. If you've got something very important to tell me, I'm right here. But I will talk to you after class. Because it's a secret between you and me. I cannot talk to you while all the children are here. So again, little attention to personalized attention to the child. The teacher is all mine. Again, egocentrism. The teacher is
Yes.
all mine. The space is all mine. The rules are all mine. Everything is mine. So that is something that we need to cater to the children's mindset as well.
And Sharon is also saying that she joins the class 10 minutes prior to the children come. So that's really nice.
Yes,
She listens
yes,
to all the children.
yeah.
So
So,
good ideas.
what do we also tell our teachers is that join the class, we send the link half an hour prior. So, as soon as the link is sent, we switch on our platform because children are so eager. And just imagine that you have landed up at somebody's house, but the doors are shut. How will you feel? So the
Waiting
doors have
outside.
to, if I've given you an invitation, I have to open my doors. It's as simple as that.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
So Sheetal, I wanted to also understand from you, can you give us some examples of incidental learning that happens in the circle time? Because I'm sure
Yeah,
circle time is not just about numbers and shapes and everything. So how do you actually have more learning happening in circle time?
correct. So this is a homeschool learning environment, right? Suddenly, all of us are very fancy and we are doing homeschooling. Correct. The only difference is that it is completely guided. It's not at our own free will. It's a completely guided homeschooling, and there are various teachable moments. Teachable moments in this incidental learning. Now, what's a teachable moment? If there is something that the child has come up with at the spur of the moment, I need to address that. Need to address that learning right there and then, because still I have not addressed that learning. First of all, the child is at the peak of being able to absorb the learning because the child has come up with that question. Secondly, if I have not addressed it at that point in time, till the child's curiosity is not satiated, the child will not be able to focus on what you and me are talking. You could talk till the cows come home, but if you have not addressed the burning question that the child has at that point in time, you will not be able to make a breakthrough. So, teachable moment and incidental learning is something that we need to focus on, even if it is a online environment. So, it is important for us to, like how we had that entire square and rectangle. Okay, so my very clever little Bela ended up making a rectangle because it had four sides. But I was looking at a square. In my head, the answer was a square because I said four equal sides. But
Yes.
in her head, the answer was a rectangle. So the teachable moment over there, if I allow it to go, that is where when the child is so ready to absorb that, okay, the curiosity is there, that I also made a shape with four sides, but why is teacher not looking at that, and why is she saying that it's only a square? So first we need to address that particular teachable moment. And invariably what happens is, now for example, I am talking again, I come back to the example of red color. I am talking about red because why I took that example of red color, because red is very easily available at home. I'm talking about red color, and suddenly it starts raining outside. बच्चे तो घर पे बैठे हैं ना. I cannot tell them, okay, draw the curtains, shut the window. I cannot go there and give those kind of instruction when it's raining and this child is highly distracted. Teacher, it's raining. Now, if I let that rain go, right, and focus only on my red color, first of all, the child is not going to be able to absorb, and neither are the other children. Why? Because that child has proactively gone and unmuted himself and said, teacher, it's raining outside my window. Right? And now in Borivali it's raining, but in Bandra it's not raining. Correct. Now that child sitting elsewhere, but teacher, it's not raining over here, it's raining only over there. So then this is where that, okay, can you see clouds outside? Has it changed? Is it still bright? Or has it become a little dark? So this is where the conversation needs to now get into, that you can't see that it's raining outside because it's nice and bright and sunny. There are no clouds out there. Now, this child outside his house, it's raining. It's become a little dark. The sun is hiding behind the clouds, and the clouds became so heavy they couldn't contain the water anymore, and they just burst open, and there was rain. So, next time when it becomes a little dark outside your window and you can see clouds, you can be sure that it's going to rain even over there. So brilliant. I'm so glad it's raining there. Now, what was I talking about? Okay, so I have this red color. Then you come back to your topic. Then you come back to your topic rather than letting that eagerness in that child that, oh God, it's raining. How brilliant is that? Because children are very fascinated by rain. Why children? Even adults are very fascinated by rain. So to allow that teachable moment to just get washed away literally, it's good to address it and bring out the difference, that why are we seeing rain? We are all in Bombay, but we are seeing rain over here. And look at the beauty. If we were in class, all of us would have been seeing the rain at the same time. Right? Look at the beauty of the environment of nature. But now all of us are sitting at different places. So I can see rain because it's raining here, but Bela cannot see rain. Why? Because she's not sitting here. How come when we say the sky is the same sky running? How can I see rain here, but I cannot see rain over there? So these are beautiful, teachable moments which we need to capture so that there is a lot of learning and incidental learning happening. What is incidental learning? Where you're not proactively going out to teach something, but invariably you have learned.
You give such fantastic example, Sheetal. Love the idea of the rain and the rain cloud. Superb.
And very nice that the teacher didn't ignore it.
Yes.
She taught them something. She went back to the topic of what she was teaching. So everyone's satisfied. And it's a really nice thing. And children would never have possibly known otherwise, as you said, because they're all in their own houses together, or they're not seeing different situations.
Absolutely.
Like this.
And plus it is contextual learning also, no? I'm teaching in the context.
Yes.
Right? Because you're peeping out of the window, and we can go a step ahead and say, okay, all those who can see rain outside the window, put your thumbs up. So you've got like so many thumbs up going, and those who can't, so many thumbs down going. So if the entire class knows that, okay, it's raining somewhere, but it's not raining somewhere, and it's all fine. It's raining over there. Why? Because there are clouds over there, and there were really heavy clouds. And at other places, it's not raining because the clouds are still not so heavy. So there is a lot of contextual learning, but only if, as teachers, we need to be perceptive about these teachable moments and not brush them aside thinking, oh God, again, this child has come up with something. Because there could be those little bright sparks who are constantly coming up with certain sharings in the classroom environment.
Lovely, very nice. And I think if this one thing is taken back by these teachers, I think, the whole workshop has worked its magic already. This thing has worked its magic already. Really. But now I want you to talk about horizontal integration in circle time. So tell our viewers about that.
It's okay if we are running out of time.
No, we'll do this.
Last question we'll take otherwise,
Yeah. So I will give you a very simple example of calendar time. We all do calendar time, Right. Now, little do we realize that calendar time is a robust tool of learning, really robust. So during calendar time, what all can we actually, what all can we teach? So order of numbers, before, after, in between, right? So today is 23rd. Yesterday, because children don't have concept of quantitative time. Yesterday, today, tomorrow, everything is today. There is no yesterday and there is no tomorrow because children live in the moment. So today is 23rd. Yesterday was 22nd. Tomorrow will be 24th. They can see all that on the calendar right there. Right? Which month are we in? We are in the month of June. So January, February, March, April, May, June. June is the 6th month, ordinal position. It is the 6th month of the year. Which was the month before June? Before, after. Before June, we had May. What's going to come after June? July. Today is Wednesday. Yesterday, what came before Wednesday? Tuesday. What will come after Wednesday? Thursday. Let us look at the spelling of the words. Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Can you see a vowel over there? Vowels are very, very important letters because they spell most of the words. So you've got Tuesday, you've got Wednesday, you've got Thursday. I'm circling the vowels. Which word has more vowels and which has less vowels? Concept of more and less. Tuesday. Correct. Wednesday. So Tuesday has more vowels. Wednesday has less vowels. So when we're circling, so we've got the concept of more and less. As again, sight reading, because they're looking at the words every single day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They're looking at it every single day. Sight reading. Sight reading helps it to get into the long-term memory. So invariably, even if you've not taught them the spelling, they know the spelling because they're looking at it every single day.
It helps in fluency also.
Absolutely. Helps in fluency. Then once you get on with math skills, tens and ones, 22. Two sets of tens and two ones makes 22. So here you're talking about tens and ones as well. So as I said, just the calendar has such there's so much of value attached to that calendar time. There is so much that we can talk. And then birthdays. You've got your birthday. Teacher, my birthday is on 25th of June. Wow, how many more days to go? 2 more days to go. Are we all going to sing for Bella? Her birthday is on 25th. Yes, we are going to sing for her and we're going to wish her. But are we going to wish her today? We are going to wish her after 2 days. Patience. So there is so much that we can do with a calendar time. So whether we are talking, so this is what we mean by horizontal integration. We have covered so many subjects. We've covered math, we've covered pre-math vocabulary, we've covered spelling skills, we've covered phonics. There's so much that can be covered.
I think Sheetal, you've given a very, very good takeaway points for all our viewers. I wanted to know if anybody has any questions, then we can just take the questions quickly. Otherwise, we are actually running late. Any questions? Please put it in the Q&A box, everyone, if you have any questions.
But Sri Lakshmi here has written, it was a wonderful session, ma'am. Lots of takeaways. So yes, truly there were a lot of takeaways in this session.
Thank you.
Sheetal, do you have anything else you want to share for the next 3 minutes?
I wanted to play a game with you all.
Let's play a game. That'll be good
Lovely.
fun.
Let's play
I love playing games.
Yeah, okay. So I just want to play one game because I think we've run out of time. So I've got a ball here.
Okay.
Can Bella
It's like a paper ball, is it?
Yeah, I have a paper ball. Okay, I've crushed it and I've crushed it between my palms and I've got this wonderful ball over here. Now, what am I going to do with this ball? Listen carefully. Ears open. Right. Now, listen carefully. Are your ears open? Very good. And put on your thinking cap as well because you have to listen and you have to think. So, I'm going to throw this ball, okay, at anybody. So you have to be very careful. And then I'm going to call out your name that I've thrown this ball. And then I'm going to ask you a question. Okay, so are you ready? Here I
Ready.
go. So, Bella, catch.
Yes.
Super. Bella's got the ball. Now, Bella, tell me the name of an animal, a pet animal, who says meow and who loves to drink milk. Which pet animal is that?
Cat.
Super, Bella. Are we all going to clap for her and tell her what a wonderful answer she gave? Okay, I'm going
Dancing thumbs.
to dancing thumbs.
Yes, dancing thumbs.
And now, before we close down, we wouldn't want Amrita to feel bad either. So I am going to now ask Amrita a question. Amrita, are you ready? Are you
I
going to
threw
catch
the ball? I'm waiting to catch it.
Catch. Yes.
Yes.
Very good. So, Amrita, name the wild animal which has stripes over its body and roams around in the jungle. Black
Tiger,
and white stripes.
zebra.
Excellent. Dancing thumb. And you can end the session with yipes, yipes, I lost my lovely stripes. And you can end the session with that.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. I think we have one or two questions, no, Bella?
Yes. One is options of circle time. We've given a lot of options, I think. She's covered a lot of options already. And I would like to go. Yeah, show and tell is a very good option.
Show is a very good option.
Yes.
Dress me up. So generally, when we do a recap of seasons, we tell the pair, we give them options that okay, your child can be holding an umbrella or wearing a raincoat or wearing mittens or whatever. So dress me up options, show and tell options, which really work very well with children because why do we do show and tell and dress me ups in school? So that children get rid of their stage fright and are able to speak, right? And of course, imbibing the concept and interpreting the concept. So it also works very well online. We've experienced that the entire last year, where children they vocalize, they verbalize, they talk to each other. Show and tell is talking to each other. That's another good platform for children to be able to talk to each other. The others are listening to what the child is saying. Talent, displaying their talent. So we dedicate a week to talent. So the child can play an instrument, can tell a story, can do what they want in that 5 minutes allocated in the entire week to every child, so that they feel very proud, exhibiting their talent to their friends because their friends haven't seen them, but see what I can do. It's like that kind of a feeling that children get. So yeah, they do enjoy show and tell. They enjoy dress me up. They enjoy the entire talent show that they put up for their friends.
I think you answered the second question also with this question because it says how to motivate students if they are shy. So I think you answered both the questions with one answer.
Yes.
And Kiran Dandekar is saying that she missed some part because of the network. And will it be available? But Kiran, please follow our ABCD page and we go live over there. So this whole thing is live over there.
Even our YouTube will be sharing after some time.
We share it on YouTube. So go to the ABCD YouTube channel or go to our ABCD page and you can see all the other sessions if you've missed any also. So great. So thank you, Sheetal. It was really wonderful.
Yes. Thank you, Sheetal, for
lot of takeaways from today's session, and we are very happy. And I'm sure all the audience are going to practice what has been learned today. I want everyone to go tomorrow to class and use all the examples given by Sheetal and make your class very interactive and fun for the child. All kids need to come smiling to the classroom, right?
Absolutely.
That's what we believe in. And dancing
With
thumbs,
dancing
yes.
thumbs.
Dancing thumbs. So thank you,
Then we
Sheetal,
are
once
giving
again.
you the dancing thumbs.
Yes, we have to give Sheetal. You're right about that.
Thank you. I thoroughly enjoyed myself.
Yes.
So I hope, I know I overshot the time, but then that's my
No,
inherent
don't
problem,
worry.
because once I begin talking about children, I don't know when to stop.
That happens with all
I think
teachers, I
that's
guess. You just
every
want to go
teachers
on
have the
talking.
same problem. So really.
So I want
But
to
it was
actually make
really
an
wonderful.
announcement for the next time. We're also having a new course coming up again, as a repeat of the same course by Gitanjali Shetty called. And again, it's on storytelling. The first workshop was a grand success. So I would urge all the educators who are into storytelling to join the class and learn so much more from Gitanjali. It's happening on the 8th of July to the August 9th, and it's on every Tuesday and Thursday. I'm going to share the link in the chat right now. So in case you want to buy your tickets, you can do that. It's a fantastic workshop by Gitanjali Shetty Kaul. So stay tuned for that. And also please do go and like our Facebook page, join our Thought Leaders group, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And waiting for next Wednesday. Bye-bye. Thank you, Sheetal.
Bye.
And send us your
See you.
questions
you.
for Ask Amrit and Bela. We want to
Yes.
answer your questions. And I hope you're looking at all the answers of the questions that have already been answered.
Thank
Bye,
you,
everyone.
Sheetal.
Thank
Bye,
you for
everyone.
coming.
Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Thanks,
Thanks for having
Sheetal.
me. God bless.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Dancing thumbs, yes.